Back again. Welcome to Off the Parkway podcast. I'm your host, James. My co host right next to me is Big Sue. And at the end, we got our big brother, Pandemic P.
Yo,
How's everybody doing? But before that, if you like this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, share to your friends. Man, we out here doing all type of stuff, and these posts we are getting some feedback, fellas. But first, before I get into that, how you feeling, Big Sue?
Man, is another podcast that we doing on the weekend where I am in a pretty decent mood because my team won. As long as my team wins, I'm good. I don't care how it's done. My Bears won. You see them back there. We won again, another comeback victory. I don't know how we're gonna do it, man.
Impressive, impressive.
It wasn't nothing impressive about it. It was completely unnecessary. Like we had every opportunity to blow this team out, and we just keep doing this whole damn thing where the stressful, hard way of winning it just don't make no sense, man. But NFL, you take them how you get it, man. And
He's impressive then.
what's that, sir?
Very disciplined, very disciplined team.
There's nothing disciplined about the Bears, nothing at all. So. But look, I'm very lucky, and I'll take luck. I'll take that. You know what I mean? Because some luck. It don't work out. I usually got the Bundy luck with my stuff.
oh, Bundy luck, sir.
Yeah.
What's going on, P?
What up, though, Smooth? Oh, man, I can't complain. I mean, well, I can. I mean, it's similar to Big Sue. My Bills put up a big number today, 44 points on the board. Freaking Tampa Bay out here, they was cooking. Put 32 on us. I'm like, come on, man. But still, I feel good about the fact that we got the win. I feel good today. A lot going on this week. Been ripping and running, off the Parkway for sure this week. Just trying to get to it, trying to get this bag or whatnot. So, man, I appreciate being on another pod with my brothers. I don't even know what episode we're on right now, but I'm glad to be on. I'm glad to be on, though. So I appreciate y'all, man. I'm feeling good. How about you, Smooth? How you feeling?
Hey, man, all good, feeling good. Happy to be back again. Just want to keep the momentum going with us. Broncos got another dub today. Tough win,
Oh yeah.
very tough win against the Chiefs, our rivals.
Yes.
It was looking shaky. I ain't gonna lie, it was looking shaky.
Yes.
Sir.
The Chiefs ain't really world beaters no more like that.
The Chiefs,
Nah,
the
not
Chiefs
this
are the
season.
Chiefs, and Denver has beat the
But
Chiefs
they
and
play
the
us tough.
Eagles. The two teams that represented the Super Bowl last year, Denver beat
Yeah.
them. So what does that equal?
Yeah.
Super Bowl for Denver.
That-
Go on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.com. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
stretch
yeah,
Armstrongs.
Yeah. That ain't.
What's mess with the Patriots at the top of our division? The
Just like
Patriots.
They're like,
what?
that's familiar right there.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Where's Tom Brady on the team again? I'm like, what's happening, man? I think they're like 8-2, something like that. It's craziness.
Very good
Go ahead.
coach. He a good coach. So he got things.
Yeah.
settled
No,
things
he's solid.
McDaniel's a good coordinator. So But, before we get on, just like the football thing, because I know Shador was playing, but I know Pete was talking about obviously we off the Parkway. He was talking about getting that bag, and did anybody put any money towards that lotto?
Ooh.
I mean, because I bought me about 4 or 5 tickets, man. Listen here, man. I am under the belief that one day I'm gonna crack this motherfucker, man. And listen, fellas, we've been brothers for years, but y'all might not see me after I crack that, man. I don't know how.
It's like,
I don't know how generous I'm gonna be, man. I got some places to go, man.
We can't take a ride on the PJ.
Man,
You just gonna dip?
man, I don't know, man. Because listen, man,
All right, can we do one Vegas trip
we
on the
might could
PJ
do that. We
before you dip
we
on?
might could do that. We might could do that. Part 2. We
Hey,
might could
Smooth,
do
Hey,
you heard that? He said he out.
Hey,
that.
I'm always taking the L, so I don't.
Oh man.
I'm tired of taking L's. I
Man,
can tell you
listen,
that much.
it's been a while since I played the lotto, but when the numbers get like ridiculous like this, I try to find my way to play. I couldn't this week, but typically I don't normally care about it until like the numbers get like astronomical.
right.
You're like, all right, let me throw my name in a hat and
That's the
see,
same thing
you
with me,
know,
man. Same thing. It's like, yo, all right. Like, at this
Yo,
point, when you start getting close to a Billy, I got to throw a couple in there, man.
yeah,
you might as
you
well,
throw a
even
couple
though
dollars in there.
your odds actually get worse when the
Right, right.
numbers
Yeah.
get. So the psychology of it doesn't actually track, right? Because
Nah.
your odds are better when the number's lower versus when the number's bigger. Because then jokers like me and
Yeah.
Big Sue play because we're like, all right, we might as well throw our name in a hat, and then the odds are like super astronomical. It's like getting struck by lightning 3 times.
Neil,
It's crazy.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, y'all know who he is, a super smart
Yeah.
astrophysicist or whatever he is. Yeah,
Yep.
he said, yo, if they actually taught what was he saying, statistics? He said they actually taught
Yeah.
statistics from an early age. He said nobody would ever play the lotto because they
Play
just
the lotto, yeah, that's a fact.
he said nobody would ever play the lotto
Yeah.
because you will realize how slim of a chance that you actually have
Chance
to
you
do it.
have.
But all they know
Yep.
is that, like, somebody from Georgia won, right? So you
Yeah.
see that it's like, damn, so it's attainable. I can possibly do it
Yeah.
one day, but
Yeah.
the odds and the chances are, like you said, P, you are more likely to get struck by lightning 3 times. The big
Yep.
bar shark
I'm,
is slack bar gorilla.
I got
Before
more.
you can,
I got more of a chance to see
yeah,
Bigfoot. I
you
can tell you
know.
that much.
James will
For real,
have
man.
a chance to hit scissor before we will win the lotto.
Wow.
So, you know,
Wow.
Wow.
Why would you do that? Why would you say that, Big Sue?
I didn't say
Wow.
I didn't say he did it. I'm just
I'm
saying
just
that
saying,
as far as the lotto goes,
you're saying
he has a better
you're
chance
saying-
in getting that
even if he
than
has
we
the
would
money,
winning
you're
the
saying
lotto.
he have a chance. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Than we would
bro.
winning the lotto.
So we're gonna have to start clocking this, Smooth. How long before
Yeah.
Big Sue ruins the serious pie? Like with you, every time I get on this pod, we try to
every
have a
time.
serious pod.
Every
And
time
So
it's
you're
like
saying-
the time between you ruining gets shorter and shorter,
So
bro.
what you're saying is that we would have a better chance of winning the lotto than he would of getting scissor?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, what makes you think he would have a shot?
According to
go.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, it's James would definitely get it. And so that's so what I'm saying. But you know what? I digress, man. Shador got out there today.
Now let me ask y'all this.
Go ahead.
How was y'all weekends?
Oh, mine was rough. Run up and down. Taking, going from this place to that place. Like I said, I was off the Parkway all week, running the family around to different events. My daughter, this event, that event, up and down. And shoot, I even went off the Parkway in PA. So I was off the Parkway in PA, off the Parkway in Jersey. So it's been ripping and running. But other than that, man, I made it. I'm here. I'm alive, brother. So that's how it is, man. And honestly, I can only say, listen, as long as my feet touch the ground, it was a good weekend. It's a good day.
Yeah, my weekend was straight. I actually worked both days this weekend, so I didn't have a day off this week. But I mean,
Chasing that bag.
Yeah, getting that money.
Yeah.
Not so much. Just the way my schedule worked out this
Impressive.
week, I had to make it work. But yeah, I mean, besides that, everything's cool.
You create your own schedule though, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but I don't own my own company or anything like that.
Okay.
Super unnecessary, I swear.
Yeah.
Super unnecessary, bro.
Yeah,
You control your own schedule, bro. Like, Well, I don't know what's the shots for. It's shots fired for no reason. I,
It
I, I
seems like boss moves to me if you create
I
your own
mean,
schedule.
highly educated boss move to me, but hey, I'm taking
I'm a
shots.
worker.
Okay.
I got somebody I got to answer to.
We all got somebody we got to answer to.
Some have less. Some
Uh-huh.
have less.
Oh,
But
all right.
but
All right, go ahead. Continue, Smooth.
like myself, I had to work this weekend too, but I did get a chance to go to the barbershop. And when I went to the barbershop, it was kind of funny because I'm sitting there just waiting, and one of the barbers was like, "Yo, Smooth, you got a podcast?" So I was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? He
The
goes,
barber said it or somebody in there?
eh, "No, no, one of the
Okay, okay.
barbers." So he was like, "Yeah, it came up on my feed." So you know what I mean? He said, "Yo," he went to back to our comments on the R&B music about
Mm-hmm.
the young dudes don't be having no
Their
R&B. They
playlist. They
listen
don't
to
got
the
a
hip hop.
playlist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was like, "Nah." He said, "Yeah, you know what? We do got some music. We got Brent Fayez, this and that." I was dying. So,
Like, yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I guess, you know what I mean? But, that ain't what we need more than that. You got to
Right.
compile a whole mixtape, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
A whole playlist so you can bust you some guts to. Not just one song. You need a
Mm.
whole compilation of songs
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get down.
Yep. Yep.
But one thing is though, we getting out there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
If
that's
it's
what's
going
up.
through his feed,
That's what's up.
we
It's
getting
going
out
through
there.
other people's feeds. That's what's up.
And that's a good thing. We actually
Yeah.
getting out there. So
Yeah.
what we doing, we just got to keep it going,
That's it.
and we can touch more people and pause on that too.
Yeah.
But the reach can get out there, so we can hopefully be a household name. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that was pretty good to actually, it kind of
Oh,
felt
man.
good to actually know that somebody else seen it besides myself, what I mean, looking through it and checking it for myself. To see somebody else look at it and say something about it and comment on it, yo, we doing something right, man. So salute to y'all two brothers, man.
Appreciate that, man. That's dope, man. That's what it. So it's just like in business,
Yes,
and
sir.
when you don't have a celebrity anchoring the podcast, which is what you'll see around a lot of these podcasts is now, they have some sort of somebody with a celebrity name that is kind of anchoring that particular podcast. But what we're
Cheat
doing is
code.
Chico. So when you start from the grassroots, from the bottom up, this is what it looks like. It's just a matter of consistency and grind. That's what it's going to be, and it's going to take some time, maybe to build. But like anything, it's just one foot in front of the other. Continue to grind, continue to build, and try to entertain the people, give them good content, and then they will come, they will listen. It just won't be anchored by a celebrity. It'll be just us three brothers just trying to make it do what it do. So I appreciate that, man. Like we just gotta get the word out some more. But I appreciate that. That's dope.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get the word out some more. And like you said, we don't have that cheat code.
Yeah.
We just grinding, and people don't understand. Man, like he said, like he was saying that they was trying to get a podcast going. The barbershop was trying to do it themselves. They
Right.
wanted to do a lot of content around haircuts, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And they just never got a chance to really get it going, or they speak about it and just never
Do it.
execute it. So, like I was saying, I was like, yo, it's not easy, but you gotta be committed to getting the equipment and getting started. You gotta
Yeah.
get somewhere and get started, because if you keep talking and don't do nothing, you're never gonna get started.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? And I think one day that, we should actually speak on it, or actually show our process of how we come together and make things happen for us to, go further, because it's not easy. Finding topics is not easy. Scheduling is not easy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Editing is not easy. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
People don't even understand on how to uh put it all together on a server, or whatever system that they're using,
Right.
and how to get it going.
And here,
So,
Right.
that's why I said salute to y'all for y'all be we work together. It's not
and
easy.
Yeah.
here's the funny thing to add to what you're saying. We don't know how to do that yet. We
No.
doing it as we go along. We figuring it out. We doing it on the job, And I think that I agree with everything that y'all said. That what I mean, like just just getting the word out there is important, and it's starting to create some conversation. I'm seeing it on the different platforms that it's on, and you see people are liking it. Some people have some comments to say about some of the topics, and that's great, man. But we're nowhere near where we want to be
Wow.
on how it looks, how it's being presented. We're gonna get there, and
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
you start from somewhere and you stay consistent. So yeah, man, I
yeah,
think that's
yeah.
we're in the right
Everybody
direction.
started
If we
from
get somebody
somewhere.
random in a barbershop saying, "Yo, you got a pot?" Like that's great.
Shit.
Yeah. And that's why I said, what I mean, we must be we're doing the right things right now. We're not doing as much as we want to be doing, but we
Mhm.
are in the right direction.
Yeah,
If somebody
yeah,
else can see it, we're in the right direction. So, that's why I said, what I mean, salute to y'all for the hard work. I appreciate y'all, man. And you know, what we gonna talk about today? Since what I mean, since we're
No, I
here,
mean we was talking. I
you know
mean
what I
we
mean?
was talking about the sports stuff. The games and stuff like that. I mean, one thing that we covered on this podcast in the past is about Shador Sanders and talking about if he was ever going to see the field and what that's going to look like. So he saw the field today. He saw the field today. I've never seen that watch before, uh, and
Oh, okay. You've seen it plenty of
never seen
times.
it before. Uh,
You've seen it plenty of times.
Never seen it.
Sir,
And
you've seen it plenty of
never
times.
seen it. And he saw the field today, and he was in some pressurized. He was in a pressurized situation, man. He had an opportunity to lead his team to a victory. Fell a little short, but I mean, I want to hear what we think about that, man. Like his performance, if you did catch it, and what that might mean going forward. Because Dylan Gabriel, he was out. He got put out for concussion protocol. So that usually means that it's gonna come with at least one day. I mean, one like game missed. After that
Mm-hmm.
it's usually mean minimal. So looks like he might have another opportunity to get out there. But did y'all catch it today? Did y'all see any highlights or saw any of the game?
Yeah, I caught the some of the third, but most of the fourth. But I was going back and forth with the
Mm-hmm.
game. Pull up his stats. So he was 4 for 16, 47 yards, one interception. So when he came into the game, to me, I think it was more emotional for him that he had to get settled. And once he got settled in, which was about fourth quarter, they already gave up the lead. So it was a lot of mind games going on right now because they were up by three,
Mm-hmm.
and then they scored a touchdown, so they were down. So they was in a good position to come back. He just couldn't get it done. The receiver dropped the pass while they were in the last few minutes of the game, and that would have set them up right if he would have caught it. But I think it was a good stepping stone. This was a good situation for him to actually take it seriously going into the next game if he gets the opportunity, because I'm pretty sure he was thinking he was not going to play at all this year. But he got in, so he got to take advantage. If he don't take advantage, it means nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw the game. I was here at the house on Sunday. Come on, the TV's just stuck to
the state.
football. You know what I mean? And me and the wife was watching the game, and so he came in, and you know well, first, that was a tough situation to be put in, as a rookie.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and obviously, with him, he's not the average rookie. He came with a lot of controversy and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure he felt the pressure. And then you playing a division opponent. Now, Cleveland isn't playing for much right now. Obviously, their record says so. They're not gonna, they're not playing for no playoff spot or
Hmm.
anything like that. But we all know what that whole thing is with, the quarterback situation. So that was a tough situation for him to be put in against that team. And
Yeah, that's a hungry Baltimore team.
that's
They
trying
hungry
to
right
dig
now.
themselves out that hole that they started the season on. So
Yeah.
man, they threw the kitchen sink at your door. Like they put pressure on, they blitzed them damn near every time out there. Put a
Mm-hmm.
lot of pressure on them. They schemed up some stuff, and he was, I don't know. I saw I saw two passes get dropped. I saw some he missed some. I saw him make plays. He made
Yeah,
plays with
yeah.
his feet. He made a couple throws. So you saw some flashes. I'm going to be very intrigued by a whole week. If let's just say Dylan's going to be out, a whole week of preparation. You're the one. You're starting this week. You're going to be playing this team. You're going to have to prepare for this. Now you're going to be out there. I want to see how he looks next week, opposed to him being just thrown out there as a rookie for the first time in the season in week 10 or 11, wherever we at,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and be expected to do something like I want to see how he looks next week.
So
They go
I
ahead,
didn't,
P.
my fault. I didn't get an opportunity to watch the young brother Shador, but I like the kid and I love the bravado. I hated what they did to him during the draft. Right, I didn't like it, and I thought it was disrespectful. But I knew he was going to get an opportunity to play. Right, just the way it's Cleveland. Right, the way they were set up, they initially had 4 quarterbacks at one point, and just understanding how Cleveland is, there was no way that they weren't going to, he was, you know, there wasn't going to be some injuries, right? Because as
Gotcha.
soon as, you know what I mean, I knew there was going to be injuries and get an opportunities, especially towards the end of the season where they're not playing for nothing, right? And that's the perfect opportunity to let him play and just to get him acclimated to the speed of the game and get a feel for, NFL football. Now, hearing that he got an opportunity to play today is great, but I'm sure the defense was like mouse in the house. This we're gonna cook this kid as soon as he because look, he's not playing for nothing, but at the same time, the expectation is that all that bravado and all that confidence you got, you better come out there and show something. You all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
watches and all that fly stuff you do, yeah, we show me. So I'm sure the defense was like, yeah, show me. I want to see this. And you going up against Baltimore. So, it's not much you should have expected from him, but an opportunity just to really see, how he handles the pressure, whether or not he got happy feet, and whether or not he's making good decisions on the field, and whether or not at this point can he read the defense. You know what I mean? Like that's very important for rookies. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to
Yeah.
be the thing that's going to
Yeah.
separate him from the other QBs is being able to read and react. You know what I mean? And he got some. He don't have amazing wheels on him, but he got some wheels and he got an arm. Showcase that sucker. So I'm sure he's going to get a couple more opportunities to show out this year, and get. And I think it's actually better for him to play behind a quarterback just so he can understand the speed, learn the game, understand how to read these defenses, and then really making good, quick decisions in football. So I think it's actually good for him that he's playing behind and then get an opportunity maybe later on to maybe get traded or play for another team or to take the starting position at some point. But I like the kid. I'm rooting for him. I know that much. I'm rooting for him. I like the Sanders. You
Well,
know.
his next game is next week. Hopefully, if he does get the chance to play, it'll be against the Raiders. So, you know what I mean? That could be a better situation for him to actually show what he got.
Yeah.
Because what I mean, the Raiders are who they are right now. So
Yeah.
that'll be a better comparison right now for a young QB to show what he got to do. And you never know. He might be auditioning for a job for the Raiders next season.
I
So
think he's auditioning for a job.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think he's going to be auditioning for a job for whoever's looking for a quarterback. This isn't a strong quarterback draft class that's coming in. So I think anybody who's looking for a quarterback, they're going to be on the market. He'd be a good option if you wanted to put your money on something, especially if you start looking good towards the end of the season, whatever opportunity you get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
one thing we are, I think we all are in agreement that we're rooting for the kid, well, the young man, I should say. But the thing is that I hope that he is taking this seriously, since what I mean, thought, I think he thought that he wasn't gonna play at all too. So I hope he's taking it really, real seriously now to show what he got to do, because his time is ready. You know what I mean? He got to be ready to
Yeah.
show what he got to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
because in a heartbeat, things can change. And dude got hurt. He might be playing for the rest of this season. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Mhm. Yep.
So hopefully he can get right. You know what I mean? But hey, my Broncos won, so I'm still happy.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I
Best
mean?
record in the league.
We all got all our teams won today, so that's dope.
But
I
all
appreciate
teams won, but
we
some
all got
teams just the
dubs today.
best in the league. Creme de la creme. Everybody
uh,
can't say that.
but it's crazy. It's crazy how all these stories in the NFL's going on right now, and Cleveland is taking over all the stories.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Of
crazy.
all the things that's going on, Cleveland. Yep.
Yeah, Cleveland. We talk about Shador all the time, Dylan
Yeah,
Gabriel all
The
the time.
power of prime,
Cleveland
man.
takes,
Prime time is still
yeah,
prime
yeah,
yeah,
time, and
yeah, yeah,
everything that's
yeah.
connected to them.
But Shador got a lot of that prime in him, and that's really it. That's like, if he was just a quiet kid, humble and all that stuff. Nah, he got a lot of that prime in him too. And when
oh
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
he showed him improve in college year over year. And you can't deny
Like
that.
Miles,
You know what I'm
Miles
saying? Like he
Garrett.
did his thing.
Miles Garrett had 4 sacks today. Like if they can figure that out with the quarterback part, they got a defense, man. They actually be pretty
Yeah.
good. So hopefully they figure it out.
So what's next we got? Let
What's
me
the
look
next
at the
one?
board here. Well, let me look at this
What's
board
on the
here.
board? What's on the board, Smooth?
So let's see. We are going to you know what? Since we did sports, let's switch it up. You know what I mean? Let's go to music. You know what I mean? We got Max B got released from jail. Not too about what was it, last week? You know what I
Wavy.
mean? He got released. I think it was last
Last Sunday.
Friday, last
Last
Thursday or
Yeah,
Sunday.
Friday.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's something. Yeah, so he got released. French Montana was there when he got released. He had a big crowd, and he's been all over the place ever since. He's been at the games. He's been shopping. He's been in the studio. He's been all over the place. Max spent a lot of years in jail. I'm happy that he's back. You
16.
know what I mean? I know that. Yeah, 16 years. He's back and he's ready to get his music career back on the road again. I know a lot of people was pushing for him and Jim Jones to squash the beef that they had, but they don't look like that's not going to change. But I'm happy he's back. He's looking good, you know what I mean, looking healthy, and he's ready to roll, you know what I mean, and he's living his best life. You can't beat that. You can't beat
Yo, you
that.
can't beat coming out of jail to, French Montana, who just married a billionaire out in
Oh,
Dubai. Coming home, your best friend just married a billionaire in Dubai. You come home, he there waiting for you with, a duffel bag of cash to just go crazy with, like, you know what I mean? Like that's the way you leave jail. You know what I mean? But shout out to Max Bigavell. He has been on my timeline over and over and over again with shopping sprees and interviews and studio sessions and blah blah blah. I'm like, that's dope, man. I anytime, and I believe that this was his longest bid, but not his first bid. So I think hopefully he realizes that being, institutionalized isn't it. And when you have access to all this money that you can make, hopefully that, he can make some better decisions, and just focus on the music, focus on his family, and and stay away from the beef. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta be friends with Jimmy, but
yeah, no.
just you don't gotta beef with him neither. You know what I mean? Like, we don't gotta be friends to stay out of each other's way. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I just hope that he focuses on his music, and his music is fire. You know what I mean? His sound, he has that melodic kind of tone to his music. I like some of the early joints he did with Dipset and Jimmy. Um, and I can't say I was a fan. Whenever I heard his music, he was more underground. I can't say I have a
Yeah.
ton of Max B albums, but I do know I got that. I listened to that first Coke Boys joint with him and French. I like that.
He got like a cult following, you know what I
It's
mean?
definitely a cult
Yeah, it's
following
like a
for
cult
sure.
following.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I say this, you know what I mean? Don't be surprised if the music don't be hitting like it should, like it used to.
He is a jam. Like, I know he wavy and all that, but come on, man. Like, you can't just jump in and out of music like that and really understand the wave, pun intended, um, right now. What the young kids are listening to. Like, they listening to NBA Youngboy and G Herbo and these type of guys and NLE Chopper. You know what I mean? Like, looking at somebody like Max B and French, you know what I mean? I don't know if they still tapped in with the pulse. But from some of the beats that I heard from French and Max's studio session, the beats were fire. That's from what I've heard. I don't know if they're gonna put it together right between the hooks and all that, but it sound crazy. The beats was fire. So that's just my opinion. But shout out to Max Bigavell. Hopefully you can stay home. Stay home, brother.
Listen,
What you got, Sue?
all I know is Max B got the prison rollout that Big Meech should have got.
He should have got
Yeah. Big Meech came home.
You would think he was
He
Big
ain't
Meech.
get none of that, man. Max Bigavell, that dude came home. As soon as he got home, saw all his peoples. They dressed him up, had him looking good. Yo, Big Meech had on gym shorts when he came out. He was wearing that for the whole day. They put Max B in his Louis, head to toe, gave him his chain, gave him all that stuff. And then they took him to the Jets game. He was on the sideline in the Jets game. After the Jets
The
game, he
first
went to
day
the
home,
club.
he was at
He
the
performed some of his songs. He went to the studio.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, yo, now that's how you
Oh
come
Oh,
home.
man.
I said, yo, that's how
golly.
you go. Like, I think French said, looked at
Whoa.
all these homecomings and
Oh
said, nah,
man.
we gonna do this different. Free to wave, he home now,
Golly.
and we gonna do this different. But no, I mean, just to go, y'all talk about the music and stuff like that. Don't be surprised if it's not hitting, or if he, if he's still current and stuff like that. Max B, obviously, he was not a mainstream artist. A lot of people don't know, my wife was asking, like, I don't know who that is. I don't remember him. I was like, yeah, he wasn't mainstream, but Max B. If you're a hip hop head, you know who Max B was, and especially if you are around our age when he was, because he did a lot. He's really creative, and the melody, his melodic tone that he had, and the way he can write.
Yeah.
He did a lot of that stuff for Dipset, and then started doing stuff for his own, and he made some good music, and he had a cult following, and he got pop, but he was in the streets too. You know what I mean? And for people who don't know, I mean, dude, he got like a murder charge. You know what I mean? That kind of got put, knocked down to something else, a lesser charge of aggravated manslaughter. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but like he was trying to say that he cooperated and all that street code and all that stuff started to come into play. But I would not even get involved in that. I would not even, if I'm him, I don't even start trying to even defend myself with that. The paperwork is the paperwork. You know what I mean? I'm home, and why not try to make music? You know what I mean? Like, I think that when you say keep your pulse on the music and things like that, I think that's the problem that the older artists, from before, that's the problem that they have. They're trying to make current stuff. Hip hop is the only genre that don't have like a contemporary side, like you know what I mean. Like if rock has that, all these other music genres have it. Hip hop, which is the youngest out of the genres, now it can create a contemporary like a real old school thing where like, all right, you could be an artist and just create music for 35 to 55. You know what I mean? And so he can go back to that, and people our age should support it. If you like it, support it. And grow that base of hip hop, and because we don't have to try. He shouldn't come out here trying to sound like him be a young boy. That'll sound
Right.
crazy.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's true. That's
he
true.
ain't got to be drilling. He ain't got to do none of that. Like that
Yeah.
ain't him.
Max B is
Yeah,
47.
just come back, do your own thing,
Make good music.
and we talk about the whole Jim Jones things, but the beef between them. But Jim Jones, he is still himself. He don't make music that the young kids make. He make his still his way, and he does well. You know what I mean? Like he does well when he put out projects. The Clips, they had a great project. Nas project came out. You know what I mean? Big L, Mobb Deep, they got projects out right now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
hey, you ain't got to sound like these young dudes.
Nah.
Sound like yourself,
Yeah.
and
Now,
it's
now,
nice.
now,
People
let
get
me
it.
ask y'all this. What y'all got as the top rap album so far?
Of all time.
This year?
No, this year.
I couldn't. Me personally, I
Ooh.
couldn't even tell you who the top is because I don't think I've listened to all albums. One album I did, and we talk about contemporary. That Ghost album, I did listen to that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I thought that was nice. I thought that was a dope album. What was it? It was a Supreme
Yo,
Clientele too. Yeah. Like I thought that was a dope album, but I haven't heard a bunch of albums, man. I listen
I
to
haven't
old, I
heard.
listen to a lot of old stuff, and then singles from new guys, whatever. But I try to stay current.
What's old boy from the Migos who dropped the album this year?
Offset.
That was
Oh,
Offset.
Offset.
Offset had a tough project.
They came out with another one
And
too.
Yeah, he dropped
coincidentally,
another one.
Cardi's album was actually tough too. I
I heard Cardi album too. Yeah.
Cardi joint was
Yeah,
tough.
that was
She
tough.
had some tough tunes. She had some tough
Her first
tunes
album
on
was
it.
a classic, but whatever.
Yeah, Offset did his thing. That was a tough album. So I wish I could say, I listened to all the albums, especially those that are like highly anticipated. I didn't, but I really liked. So if we're gonna talk our era, we're gonna have to mention the Clips. The Clips album is crazy. I'm still listening to it now. I'm like, I go when I'm on the elliptical at the gym. I'm listening to the Clips joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Clips is tough.
Clips is tough, man. So I don't know if that. I think that came out this year. So,
Yeah,
but
it
the
did.
Clips
Came out
joint,
this year.
I would give my vote to the Clips, man. Especially since the Grammys are out, and I think
Miles
the Clips
was rapping his ass off on that album.
come on, Cook.
Yeah.
And Malice was on a run.
Cooking.
Yeah,
Cooking.
go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, I give my vote to the Clips.
Yeah, mine would be Clips and an album that I listen to now a lot, and I didn't expect this to be happening because I've never been a fan of his music. Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2.
Yeah.
That album is, and I think it's more because of the Alchemist production.
Freddie always been able to
Him
rap.
and the Alchemist.
Yo, Freddie Bit, when he did that project with Benny the Butcher, who's one of my favorite rappers, I was like, I didn't know Freddie Gibbs could rap like that until I heard him on Benny the Butcher's joint. I know they got beef, but that project was crazy. Crazy.
I listened to that album, Alfredo 2, a lot, That I can just cruise in the car and just listen to that over and over, man. That's some good production, good rapping. Those are the two albums. And of course, I think Kendrick probably going to get a little bit of nod when it comes down to the awards this year, but those two are the most recent ones that I'm listening
But
to.
his album was last year though. It didn't come out this year.
Yeah,
right?
but it still meets the criteria for the Grammys.
Okay. They
Yeah,
just want to give him. They just
because
want to
remember
give
he
him
dropped it
awards,
in
man. They just try to
he
rub it in
dropped it
Drake's
for
face.
Super Bowl. Remember, he dropped it for Super Bowl.
For Super Bowl, they just trying to look. They just trying to rub it in a Drake's face because he always hating on the Grammys.
Yeah. So it
Now
is
he
what
gonna
it
be
is.
this album gonna be getting awards for the next 2-3 years, or just off of the strength of how much they hate Drake. But whatever.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But y'all team Drake or K Dot? I don't think I've ever asked that question before.
During the beef, I was I was pulling for Kendrick, but I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. As a fan, I never was that big on Kendrick before this whole beef thing. I never was that big on Kendrick. I know he can rap, but something about his voice that what I mean, and the way he raps his style. He can rap. He can put words together. You know what I mean? The way he can, the way he craft a song is pretty good. But
I was the same way,
felt he
Smooth.
won.
I know
I
you
felt
making
he won the
faces.
beef.
I was the same
Yo.
I
way.
felt he won the beef, whatever, the whole battle back and forth. But
The
I
battle.
mean, who's a better artist? Drake.
So
See, go
Big
ahead,
Sue,
go
we
ahead.
on the same page. My fault. I saw you
Yeah,
making
yeah,
faces,
y'all
Smooth,
on
but
the
I'm
same
like,
page.
I was like, yo, I never really bumped Kendrick like that. I know he can rap, and he's nice and all
He
that,
got a
but
couple joints.
he got some
but
bangers when he come on the radio. I'ma listen, but I just never was like, oh, okay, yeah, he's the greatest ever. No, but I don't know. Go
I
ahead,
would
Smooth.
put
My
Kendrick.
fault.
I would put
Now
Kendrick in top 10. I'll put Drake in there.
with Kendrick, I was a fan of his since Section 80 when it first came out back then.
Mhm.
This was years ago. So I never expected him to be the artist he is now, like this big mainstream artist.
Right,
He always seemed like it was more of a
underground.
underground, you know what I mean? But what I liked about his music at that time was the mixture between, like, it was almost like a tribe with the mixture of hip hop and jazz.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know
I
what I
can
mean?
see that.
So
I can see that.
that's something I gravitated to, and then the wordplay that he was getting at was dope. So for him to make it to this level was unexpected, but I knew he was going to win that rap battle, even though Drake's Family Matters was pretty tough.
Very tough. The
You know
way
what I
he was
mean?
sliding on
That was
those
tough.
beats, though, man. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
he
But
was.
again,
He
I'm
was.
like,
Kendrick
they
won.
make it seem like he got cooked. He didn't get. I don't. Listen,
Kendrick cooked him.
He
Kendrick
I
didn't
might
cooked
be
him.
the
get.
only person
He
that
got cooked, but he also got outplayed.
That's what it was.
he
Yeah.
did get
Yeah.
outplayed.
Yeah.
That's what it
He
was.
got
Yeah, yeah,
outplayed.
yeah, yeah. He got outplayed. Now, what's the joint that everybody like? What's the main knockout blow? What's the name of
Not
the
like
song
us.
by Kendrick? Not Like Us.
Oh yeah, not
When
like
I first heard it, it didn't really do nothing for me. Well, everybody was like, "Oh snap! This is the greatest diss song ever written," and I'm just like, I don't see it. I'm like, no Vaseline. I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, this is okay. But the reaction from the West Coast was like, this was like the new hit 'em up. I'm just like, what are we talking about? This I didn't think it was that fire. But then after you listen to it,
it was dope. Yeah.
you kind of like, after a while, I had to take a couple listens, and I'm like, okay, when you put it all together, the entire discography,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I see it. Yeah, you smoked it, but still, I don't think he got, it wasn't a blowout. I'm like, Drake has some joints in there that, you know what I mean? But that's my opinion. I'm old. What do
But
I?
I like the Not Like Us, but it took me a second listen. But one thing about West Coast, they loyal to each other. You know what I mean? So regardless of what it is, they they took that movement and they took it and ran with it because they really rock with Kendrick like that. So once they
That's
caught
their
fire
only
with it,
current artist.
that's
Mainstream.
it.
Doing that.
So yeah, mainstream artist. So him and Snoop, you know what
If
I'm
we're gonna
saying?
count
So
Snoop, but Snoop.
yeah, you ain't got no other choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all they got. So you know what I mean. So once they ran with it, I didn't expect it to reach the level it reached, but it took off and it killed Drake. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Once that went to so many levels of song and got repeated over and over and over and over. Once you did y'all see the concert on Amazon?
No.
I saw clips of it. I didn't watch it. I
Oh,
saw clips of it. It was
once
crazy.
he played that song, yo,
Over and over and over again.
the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
and I knew that was the impact.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous, yo.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And they just kept wanting him to go on and on. Yo, I never like yo. He went like 8 times.
yeah. Yeah. You know
That's
what? And I apologize for taking us off topic, man, because I just never. I don't think I ever talked to y'all about what your thoughts were in regard to it, especially since we're on the topic of music. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one out here on the island. Just like, yeah, I was never really a big fan of Kendrick like that. Um, in terms of like some of the joints, the mainstream joints he did that, like the pool full of liquor, the joint he did with the Janet Jackson beat that coincidentally had Drake on it, and a couple of joints here and there. I'm like, I wasn't, running to get Drake, Kendrick music. I wasn't running to Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal to get a Kendrick radio playlist. So I was like really surprised by the reaction and how everyone was like, yeah, he gets smoked. Like, yeah, he could rap. He definitely could rap, but I didn't expect everybody to turn on Drake like he ain't just hit y'all with 10 years full of bangers, pause, over and over and over again. I was like, what did he
yeah.
do? Like
It was
he
just a
gave us bangers for 10
different type of
years,
music
pause.
though. Yeah, different type of music though. You know what I mean? Drake make you move in the club. Kendrick wasn't making you move in the club. You know what I mean? So it
He
was a
said he
different type of thing. You know
make a
what
slave.
I
Is that what
mean? You know what I mean? So, you know, I
He's playing
appreciate
Negro
Kendrick's music.
spirituals.
You know what I mean? I enjoy his music. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of
Uh,
his music, and I also like Drake too. But you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
For the
No,
beef, I definitely took Kendrick all the way. But
yeah, well, yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Me too. I'm not.
As we here, we on music. Let's move on. We can move on
Yeah,
to the
let's move on.
unless you got something else. You got
Shout
something
out
else
to
on
both
it?
of those brothers, by the
Yeah.
way.
Shout
Shout
out to
out to
both of
both of
those
those brothers.
brothers, and
No
shout out to the
disrespect.
Clips, and
Shout
definitely
out
shout out to Freddie Gibbs as well.
Benny the
Good music
Butcher.
for this year, and Ghostface as well. Shout out
Yeah.
Ghostface. A lot of good music this year. And since we on music, let's we can move right on into the West Side Gun.
Speaking of
So
Benny the Butcher,
yeah,
Zelda.
his man.
so So a little bit of West Side Gun. He's known for his support for WWE. He loves wrestling, so he goes to Monday Night Raw, pays the money to he buys his tickets and all that stuff to get there. And once he gets there, he gets to his seat. They escort him out. So I did a little back history on it. So the thing is that with his support, he always used images of wrestlers on his album covers. A lot of stuff what he does, he promotes wrestling because he loves wrestling. So he created his own wrestling league himself, but he still has a lot of love for WWE because he's just a big fan of wrestling. So the thing is now, he put a big poster, a big billboard of his album cover. I believe it was in New York, and WWE sent him a cease and desist. You know what I mean? So they don't want nothing. They don't want him to promote anything like that of WWE. They don't want him to have nothing to do with it because now he has his own wrestling endeavors. So how do you guys feel about him getting kicked out, and how do you feel, period, about him being kind of upset about WWE's stance about him trying to support them and giving them free promotion?
I mean, I go.
Who you want to take it? Go ahead,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I can go. Um, so I mean, me, I'm a huge wrestling guy too. I I followed wrestling from a young kid. The golden era, the late '80s and all that stuff.
Junkyard Dog.
The '90s era,
Coco Beware.
the '90s era. Where it was at,
Saw Jim Duggan.
where it was at, where it was at its height, and and then even now, what I mean, I watch a little bit of stuff. Watch some wrestling stuff with my son and things like that. So I I get where West Side Gun is coming from. So he does his music, and a lot of his music, his fashion, his the way he constructs things, some of the images that he used on his album covers and things like that. and how he promotes on his social media is in, has a lot to do with WWE. And he's always supported it. He spends thousands of dollars to sit in the front row at events, and they've always welcomed him in the past. And obviously, he like James just mentioned that he has his own wrestling company now called, I think it's called the Fourth Rope, and
Yeah, fourth row.
rope, I think.
The fourth row. Let me check it.
I think that so now he's trying to get in the wrestling business, and the wrestling business is different, what I mean? Like how it's ran, the origins of how the different promotions and territories used to compete against each other. It's a long history with that, and it's highly competitive, and it's come a long way from where it is now. But now you have the major promotions. Obviously, is WWE is the standard. You have AEW, and then you have TNA. You probably have some other independent things around there, all over the country. But once you start your own, now your competition, and WWE, they have a long history of eliminating the competition if you don't work with them, if you don't capitulate to how they want things to go. So I don't know the ins and out of, but it sounds like once he became competition, we got a problem with you using the likeness. They had this big, billboard in Times Square, I think it was, with Ted DiBiase and Virgil. Shout out to $1 Million Man. Shout
out to Virgil.
Shout out to Virgil. I tell you what, you gotta get away and lead to Virgil, because Virgil was on jig. I tell you that there, but that's a different story. But yeah, man. I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how that. It's gonna be interesting to see how that goes. You know what I mean, and how that all pans out. But good luck to him. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of. I can't say it's dirty. I mean, it's business at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? So if they want to freeze him out, if they want to they have the right to do that. You know what I mean? I think what he got to do is he better study history. He better study the history of the McMahons and how they came to power. Obviously, Vince is not there no more. His son-in-law running things right now, Triple H, and there's some people that's probably behind the scenes in there. And but listen, man, he better learn the history, and you can't be being no friends with them. You better be trying to become competition in the way you need to be.
So, shout out to West Side Gun. I'm a fan of his music. But what I would say is I haven't watched wrestling since the greatest wrestler ever, stopped wrestling, which is the Ultimate Warrior. So my opinion is that when sir, the Ultimate Warrior is the best. It was the best show on earth for like 2 weeks.
It was a hell of a show, but they don't mess with Ultimate Warrior at all. In it, like the older wrestlers,
he ain't won it. He had all the talent, but he ain't won it.
Yeah, man.
That's all. That's what it is. He didn't want it, but he
thought he was bigger than the program.
Hey, he could have been.
And he was damn near. And he was on that baby powder. But I ain't gonna say that.
We talk about the age.
Allegedly.
He used to grab the ropes.
Dude used to sprint from the backstage. I mean, he ain't break, and then he sprint, and then he running around the ring, hitting all the ropes, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior is crazy. And Ultimate Warrior. That dude's crazy, yo.
Yeah, I love. There was some jokers that I love. There was a dude back in the I guess the early 90s, late 80s who used to eat the belt buckle, the belt,
King Kong,
not the belt buckle, the King Kong. Oh, he used to. I was like, this is
that's
what am I
80s.
watching here, yo? I was like, yo, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. The dude was eating the ring. Yeah. This is crazy. But that's neither here nor there. But I would say, I think West Side Gun should just study business in general. He's a businessman. he's in the music business, so he understands how fickle people are with their particular art and their particular field in which they participate their business in, right? So for Westside Gunn to be a fan and to spend, however much money he wants on going to these wrestling matches, great. You wanna promote us by putting our wrestlers on your albums, wonderful, lovely. More promotion. You're bringing a different culture to the hip hop world, to the wrestling world. We love it. You see them, have different people from different genres like Mayweather and Shaq and LeVar Ball, different people, involved in wrestling. So they're like, yeah, great. We love that. Come and hang out, spend your money, do your thing. But the minute you gonna fix your face to start a wrestling company, my man, it's
Yeah.
on. It's game time, dog. It's no different than another rapper from Buffalo coming for the entire, West Side Gun crew. It's like, yo, it's competition. You have now made yourself competition, and as a rapper, you should understand that. Somebody who's in the entertainment industry, you should understand the minute you started a wrestling company, you don't think that the powers that be are paying attention to everything. Every wrestling company out there, they got their hands around their neck, right? And then the fact that you have a following and you're doing it for the love. For you to think that you could come into our show, being who you are and having your own league, to potentially steal some of our wrestlers or potentially steal some of our ideas in terms of like storylines, man, get out of here, man. Like, what are you doing? What do you think is gonna happen? I would do the same thing. I would escort you out with like how the Knicks did. Oh, like we taking you out aggressively. Like
Shout out to Oak, man.
I'm
Shout out to Oak.
what? I wouldn't even let you. Like, what you doing? Why? Who are you? Like, yeah, you've lost your opportunity to come kick it with us the minute you started your competition, right? And you might sit here like, yo, we're not competition. We got a little thing in East Buffalo. This is not real crazy. Yes, it is. It's all competition. Every wrestler, every wrestling company is competition, and that's how you stay on top. You see everybody as competition. At least certain companies, you see everybody as competition. Do whatever you need to do to either crush them. And old school wrestling, like what Sue was saying, old school wrestling, the job was to crush and bankrupt all the other ones and steal their wrestlers and bring them up as like a funnel to the big stage. So shout out to Westside, but you should have known better. You should have known better to try to roll up in there knowing what you did. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Yeah, I want for this topic, the young entrepreneurs, the young business owners, the aspiring people that want to get into business, they need to really look at this situation and they got to understand support. Like it's not the same as how you support your friends when it comes to business. You know what I mean? When it comes to business, you gotta really think logically. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he don't need to be there because, like you said, he can steal ideas, he can do this, he can do that. What he needs to understand is that, and shout out to him too, because this is a good thing for him. If
Yes.
they're trying to get rid of you, that
Yes.
means you're doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're doing something right if they're trying to get rid of you.
Mm-hmm.
So use this momentum to work on your own brand and stop
Yeah.
worrying about what
Yeah.
they got going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to always, you can still be a fan in private. You don't have to be out there and trying to show that you
Yeah.
support them or be the same person that you was, even though you like it. But when it comes down to business, you got to protect what you got going on. And
Yeah.
that's something that I think a lot of people got misconstrued because they felt like, oh, they shouldn't be kicking him out because he's spending his hard-earned money. They don't care about his hard-earned money.
No,
They only care about protecting their brand.
that's right.
WWE is ruthless when it comes
Yep.
down to business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Westside Gun, shout out to you once again. You doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know from what I'm hearing, is good times over there. A lot of people talking
Man,
about how he's treating the wrestlers is real good. They present a good project. So, hopefully one day he'll have something on TV or whatever, or something that we can check it out one day. That'll be pretty dope. But in the meantime, you know what I mean? I gotta let Sue watch it and see, give it his stamp of
yeah,
approval.
yeah, stamp of approval. That's right. Hey, shout out to Westside Gun. And secondly, this is free publicity, dog. Take advantage of this. This is business as
Yeah,
well. Take
yeah,
advantage of
yes.
the free publicity you just got for your wrestling company. Use that, market the heck out of that. And this is no different than what WWE did, and they're calling it business, not personal. You do the same thing, bro. Use this opportunity to show what your company is about and why WWE was right to escort you out of their building.
And so we're gonna close it out on this last topic here. Sue, you know the topic is about this is gonna be the relationship piece. Let us know about
Um, no, I saw something that came across my feed. And it was two people talking, and they was talking about how they present their relationships on social media. One
it.
being, are you the type of person that posts, your girl on, your girl, wife, whoever you with, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever the social media platform that there is, to, give a random shout out, post pictures together, birthdays or whatever, or are you the type to not post it, keep it private, don't present it to the world and things like that. Um, and the reasons on why. So I thought that was interesting, what I mean, because I know I know people who that can post their relationship and all that stuff all the time, and it could be random as hell. They post it, and then some people who don't do it at all, you would know that they're in a relationship. But then the question comes on why you do that, and same reason why the people
Yeah.
who do it, why do you do that? Why don't you do it, or something like that? So I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to see how y'all felt about that. Um, what are y'all stances
So,
on people who post or don't post their significant other on their social media?
so before y'all answer, are we rocking with it? So is it jig or unjig? Number one, if you rock with it, you know what I mean. If you think it's social, you feel the social media post, you know what I mean. You think it's
I'm
jig. If
indifferent.
not, think it's unjig.
I'm honestly indifferent. You know what I mean? And I can, when we get into it, I can tell you how I feel personally about it. It don't matter to me. But I'm indifferent. I get it either way.
So I think my personal opinion, and I'm going to preface my comment by saying, if you like it, I love it. But I do believe in my heart that it is unjig to post because the minute you start posting, all the good, then when it's time for the bad, you want to post that too. When it's all good, when it's lovey dovey, but when it's not, you're gonna show those pictures as well. My opinion is that I would rather people just stay. Keep us in the house. In the house, this is like the old school. I guess I'm like the old man with the get off my lawn guy, right? Like I just think the old school, like what goes on in your house, you try to keep it in your house as much as possible. You don't want to make people having an opinion on your relationship because that's what's going to happen. You're inviting people to give an opinion because
Hmm.
now you've opened yourself up and your significant other for that. And now you're going to have to deal with whatever that comes from it. And then on top of that, the hate that is going to come from you now posting, it's like, okay, like people going to be hating you because they're like, oh, you were her? Oh, snap. Like, I thought you could do better. Right. And then there's going to be those people that, are going to now go after you because they're spiteful over whatever the reason is. So you just open yourself up for so many different negative people out here that I don't think it's worth it personally. I think that it's better to keep us, if y'all lovey-dovey and it's great for y'all and y'all want to just keep that private, like to me, I think it's just better, right? And but again, I started my statement by saying, if you like it, I love it. If y'all feel like
Don't
you want
sound
to
like it,
post up,
Pete. It don't sound
yo,
like
it's
it.
because
I don't like it at
it
all. You
really
don't
is.
like it.
Listen, it really is.
I get it, though. I
I
get
do
it.
have I have my opinion, but I'm like, look, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. If you want to just post pictures of you in all these lavish
Yeah,
spots
you're
and the
judging.
fancy cars, and you want to do all the nonsense, go ahead, have at it. You know what I mean? Go, selfies all day. I love it. But just know that people are they're gonna wait. We want to see the other side of it too. We want to see when you're sleeping on the couch. Take a picture of you on the couch by
Who
yourself.
the hell would do that, man? I will post the bad part
Do
of
that.
a
Yeah,
relationship. If you're posting your
Yeah,
business,
do that.
you'll post
Do that
successes
too.
about your business, but you ain't gonna post the bad shit. Be like, who the hell would do that?
Listen, I think if you're gonna put yourself out there for scrutiny, then that's what it is. Your opportunity for people to scrutinize is going to be there, and if you don't got the bandwidth to handle it,
Don't be
then
surprised.
I would say stay away from it.
Yeah,
Stay away from it.
I
Yeah,
agree with
if you ain't
that.
got the
I agree with
bandwidth for
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what you
for real.
think, Jeff?
well, me, man, it's on Jake for me. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Clearly,
Yeah,
it's clearly a jig.
yeah. I was never a fan of that because it creates so much problems. You know what I mean? And not just the fact that it just opens up the door for people to be in your whole business. That's a whole nother, problem. But the whole expectation to keep it up. You know what I mean? You got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it because they got to feel like you got to keep proving that you love them or you're into the relationship and stuff like that because you got to keep posting and you got to keep showing people
Yep.
what's going on. Like, nah, man, I ain't got too much time for that, man. At the end of the day, come on now. Let's stop this bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm not posting you.
Yeah.
I'm not showing you over and over
Yeah.
because it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
exhausted after a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
And I know me. After a while, like with my social media, sometimes I just stop posting after a
Yeah.
while. Like
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
post for a little bit and then I'll go months without posting.
Yeah.
But then once you stop posting them, they're gonna feel like, oh, what happened? Or you trying to
Yeah.
hide something now?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
hide me?
Yeah.
You this and that? No, I just don't feel like posting your ass no
I
more.
just took
Like
a
what the
break
hell? Like,
for real.
like come on now.
Yeah.
Like I mean, let's and at our ages too, this is still a problem when you get
Yeah.
older. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be this way, man.
No.
Like I'd rather not be in the game than to not hear nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine,
You know what I
imagine not
mean?
liking a picture that she thought she was killing it. She thought she was killing that, and you ain't even like it. Oh, God bless you, bro.
Yo,
Nope.
yo, or you gotta like it, or you gotta comment, or
Comment
you
on
got
it.
this expectation
Put
when
fire
in any other
emojis.
picture, yeah, in any other picture in the world, regardless if you was single or not, you would just look it and just keep moving.
Keep it moving. Yep.
Now all of a sudden, now I'm entitled to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like come on
Now
now.
you got to. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm
I mean,
good. Yo.
I see both sides of it. I think our generation, I think we are the greatest generation because we done seen every iteration of every damn thing that's out here
Yeah,
right now. I mean, we've seen it from its beginning stages to where it is now, and social media being one of those things. So as you know, we remember the Black Planets we remember the MySpaces
MySpace.
and the Hinte.
Yeah.
James know about me Hinte, but
No. I sure don't.
Okay.
I went 0 for my Hinte, boy. I can tell you that much. I got no love for my
back in the
Hinte.
day, man.
Uh,
No
But like
love.
in a different the pages and different sites that in the apps and all that stuff, over time. And once you get in relationships, now it becomes a thing of, all right, how do do you show the one that you with, things like that, or you don't, and the reasons why. And in the beginning of those things, like I didn't do that, and I didn't want to do that, and I believe that my wife, if she wanted to see that, she would probably see other people that show theirs, their significant other and things like that, and it's like, oh well, you didn't do that or you didn't post it, and like everything that y'all saying, I would say, you know what I mean? I was like, what's the reason for that, or like argue behind it. But then when you are in a relationship for a certain amount of times, it's just things that you start to learn, and it's just things that you accept, and it just becomes a thing of, I'm going to pick my battles, and what battle is worth me fighting, and what battle is like, all right, what am I holding on again? What am I fighting right now? You know what I mean? So I have a lot of things where I pick the battle, and I'm gonna fight that battle, and I'm like, no, I'm not budging from this. This is my stance on this situation. I'm not moving forward. And then there's some that's like, all right, what is that gonna hurt? I ain't out here doing nothing. I don't care. I'm not, what I mean? Like, and if that means that much to her, if that means something that if that's gonna, what I mean, if that means that much to where it's gonna make her feel, so proud about whatever, or good in this way, then all right, cool. I don't mind posting, everyone out, one night, and we took some pictures, and all right, let me post this one picture of us, eating at the restaurant, or we walking down the street or something like that. You know what I mean? Like for me, I can care less, but I know it means something for her, so I'll do that. You know what I mean? So it. I think it varies. You know what I mean? I think it varies on the relationship you in, how long you in that how serious the relationship is. I ain't gonna be with somebody for 2 days and then start posting a picture of me and that person. You know what I mean?
Changing your relationship status.
You know what I mean? So like, I think it's a difference. You know what I mean? But like, I'm gonna pick my battle. If I know I'm with this person, there's no secret out there, I'm not hiding it, then all right, sure. I mean, I don't have to post it every day, but like, it's your birthday. Sure, I'll post you. You know what I mean? Hey, we went out and we both look good today. Hey, let's take this picture. Let's put it on there. Let me make sure I like it, and then we move on. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's it. I see both sides of it.
See, Sue, I get it where you coming from, because you want to, you know what I mean, you pleasing. But the thing is, damn those dudes that be posting all the time and they be making it rough on every other dude.
Yes,
You know what I
that
mean?
happens. That can definitely happen. Like, yeah, she posted. Now y'all, you friends with her. Like they gonna see that, but it is what it is. Hey.
Yo, that should be the worst. Dudes that be posting every inch of everything, and it be like, yo, my man, can you stop?
But I'll say this again. And this is what everything in relationships. We was giving the youngins game about R&B music and things like that with their ladies and things like that. Like, social media advice. Pick your battles, because you know what I mean. Like understand where you're at in your relationship, and if it's something that is serious, then yeah, you can show your lady. You know wrong with showing your lady. You know what I mean. But if it's just some something else, then you can definitely watch what you show. Don't put nothing out there, because you don't want to leave nobody on either. Don't have somebody thinking that something is something that is not. You know what I mean? So pick your battles, man. Sometimes you can get that. It's fine. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Now I seen some chicks out there that they post they dudes but put stuff to cover their face.
That's retarded. I mean, well, that's silly. Part my language on that. That's silly. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that, man. Just don't post
yeah.
me there. You
Listen,
gonna play?
yo, if you gotta blur my face
Uh,
out, just take the picture by yourself, man. Like, for those people that don't believe you got a man, who cares? Who cares? Because that's the only reason you would take a picture and blur the face is because whoever you telling you got a man don't believe you. And so you got to say, see, I actually have a man in my life. It doesn't matter, young lady. All right. It's okay. If you got to blur somebody's face out, that's not the person you should be taking a picture with. But it can't be that serious. It can't be like you gotta blur faces and then people see people's tattoos. You be like, oh, I know who tattoo that is. You know what I'm saying? And then now you never know. It could be shaky business at that point. So I'm like, listen, if you, like Sue said, if you pick your battles, if this is somebody you trying to build with, you know what I'm saying, and that's something that they like or y'all both enjoy, have at it. But if you not really with it and you're not
now,
really with us, just stay
now,
away
now,
from
I'll
it, man.
say if you're not a social media person, then don't force it. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
So if you're not
nah.
a social media person, like P, you're not on there like that. You know,
I'm
so
not on it,
that's
and
like
I'm gonna do
somebody
it wrong
expecting you
anyway.
to do like you don't even you don't do that. So like that's unrealistic. But if you're on there all the time, reposting stories, posting about this, that, and the other. If your lady birthday come up or Valentine's Day come up, you gotta give a shot. I mean, that's just what I think. But yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? You're only inviting the issue if you don't. You know what I mean? And is it worth it? You know what I mean? No. I learned that a long time ago. Like, yeah, what am I fighting here?
Man, listen,
That's
I'm gonna
what's up,
pass
Yeah,
on
man.
that.
yeah, I know.
That's what's up.
I'm gonna have to pass on it. You know what I mean? If you can't accept my birthday wishes in person, which
Yeah,
means more,
yeah.
then nah, I'm good. You don't.
I can dig it.
I'll pass on it,
But
man. Just
Man, James don't even be getting
pass the
James
rock.
don't even
I'll
be getting
pass
the
the rock
birthday
to
wishes,
Sue,
man.
man. But the crazy thing is with the birthday wishes, like, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? I guess it might be different for men. Well, not all men, but for myself, I don't really celebrate it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like they want you to, well, not even women, but you know what I mean, other people that you could be your family or whatever. If they celebrate it and have a good time or they value it, they expect you to have that same energy. You know what I mean? And if you don't have that same energy, you just don't got it.
You know that is very interesting with it that you just said that. Hey, yo, P, we have never
yes, sir.
in our lives been to a smooth birthday party. That has never happened
That's
No.
what I said.
Mm-mm.
before.
Now that I think about it,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
yo,
I'm trying. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
yeah,
not even a thing where
yeah,
let's head out. Let's head out to golfing on my birthday. Yeah,
yeah,
that never
yeah,
happened before. That
yeah,
I have to
yeah,
get a
yeah.
I have to get a bubble for that.
That's
Yeah,
one
Now,
nah,
we
thing.
went
because
to
we
Jamaica that
we'll
one
go
time
out.
though, right?
But that
Was
no,
that
well,
no? Because I mean, because
no,
because
no, no.
your
That's
wife's birthday is a day off, so like I tried. I don't know. I don't know if that was the Jamaica time. That time I went to Jamaica or whatever, but that wasn't necessarily for your
Nah,
birthday. So like
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. No.
yeah.
So
yeah.
That's
that's what I
funny. I just
said.
realized
Yeah,
that.
we've
You
never
never.
done nothing. But we
Nah,
see the thing is because Smooth just does he don't really do nothing for his birthday. I remember calling a couple times like, yo, hey, bro, what we doing? We nothing, just chilling. Like it was just another day,
Not great.
and I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
that's
Like for
it.
me, like I had never necessarily planned something on my anytime it was a party, something like that. My wife did it. You know what I mean? And, like
Somebody else did it. Yeah,
she made it happen. But like I never, it's whatever with me. But yeah, but we never did. That's funny
Now,
as hell.
now let me tell you, the last time someone
We're
tried
gonna
to
have
have a
to
birthday
change
party
that.
for
We're gonna
me.
have to change
Oh,
that up, man.
no. Yeah, listen to this here. Y'all gonna like this. Like last time, right? It was like maybe like it had to be like 2019, 2018. My mom tried to throw me a birthday party,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let me tell you this, right? So I'm riding on my motorcycle, right? So I get back. It had to be like 2019, I think it was. So I get back home, right? And she told me, yeah, I ordered some food. You know, we're gonna celebrate your birthday. So I'm like, the hell? So I go in the house, like, you know what I mean? About to go in the house, whatever, change my clothes. And she's like, yeah, you know what I mean? I invited some people over. It was all my sister friends. So I'm like, yo, what the hell? And they were Murphs.
Oh yeah, thank God. Oh, oh, I forgot
That's what I'm
about that.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
So I
like
was like, yo,
who is this? Who is this engagement for?
I,
This ain't for me.
that's
I
what
think
I'm
I
like.
remember you even telling me about this whole thing. Yeah, I remember. I
I
remember
was like,
this.
yo,
That's
I'm like, yo, how
hilarious.
the hell you having a birthday party for me?
And
Ain't
none of
nobody
my
here for
people here.
me.
That's hilarious, yo.
None of my friends here. It's crazy. That's hilarious, yo.
Yo.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and see, don't worry. As we continue to pod and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
stories is gonna get
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
better.
yeah,
I
oh,
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell you
listen
yeah.
that
now.
We look,
much.
hey, Big Sue, we're gonna have to snatch him up one of these birthdays,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
and do
see,
do something.
it'll always be because his birthday the 25th, and wifey's birthday the 26th.
Yours is the yeah.
Mine's is 2 weeks before that. We all in
Yeah,
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
yeah.
Because I know we usually go out. When we usually go out, we go out for
Mm,
yours, and then and I'm like, good. We just went out for his. I'm
Yeah,
good. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
ain't
yeah, yeah.
going back out.
I'm straight.
oh man,
this
that's
for both
hilarious.
of us.
That's hilarious.
That's what I said.
Oh man, good stuff, good stuff.
You'll never see a smooth birthday party.
We
You
gotta
know what I
change that. We gotta
mean?
change that.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
Big Sue,
yeah, yeah.
we'll work on that.
We gonna change that.
We'll work on that. We'll
I
work on
like
that.
screw that,
No, no, no,
And
man.
then,
I'm
no,
and
I'm
no,
then,
no, no,
eating.
no. Don't worry about
I
that.
and
had
then,
barbecue with
Don't worry.
Murphs. Like, yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, that's legit. No problem. No problem. Way to lead, sir. Way to lead. I have no problem giving just dues. I have no problem giving just dues.
oh man.
Yeah. What you gotta say about
Oh,
that?
Just dues. I just gave you just
What you
dues.
gotta say about that?
Oh man, yeah, man.
oh,
Well,
that
hey,
was
man.
good.
I tell
That
you,
was good, gentlemen.
That was this is a good
Sheesh.
one, man.
good conversation today,
That
man.
was
Very
dope,
good
man.
conversation,
Hey,
man. And I
I
tell you,
appreciate
listen.
man.
y'all, man.
I am looking forward, and I want everybody out there to know that this form and this format that we are using, you know, through virtually, it's not the end game. We plan,
Yeah,
we're gonna plan to to be in one location and
yeah,
film a podcast episode with all of us in the same room, and
that's right.
That's right.
I'm
That's
looking
right.
forward to that right there. So
Mhm.
as we continue to build this up and we get better at this, we're gonna set aside a time to do that, man, and hopefully it's before the end of the year, man.
Word.
Definitely. But until then, you know what I mean, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share. You know what I mean? We on IG, we on Facebook, TikTok, Threads,
Black
Spotify.
Planet,
Full
Mi Gente,
episodes on Spotify and
MySpace,
YouTube for right now.
Plenty of
Yeah.
Fish, Christian Mingle. We all over it,
We on
man.
all the apps.
You know,
Oh
Shoot.
man.
I'm telling you, and don't be surprised we get a guest, man. I'm gonna find one of them fiends from around the way, man. We're gonna interview them, man.
you getting out of my boy cups.
Oh,
Oh, you
oh
get none of
man. Oh man.
you get none of cups.
You see.
Nah, but until then, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. See you next time.
Word.